to the All-in-One channel. I'm Kelley Rosano, and this is Libra, October 2013. Happy birthday, Libra. Now, you go into October with one of the most powerful, if not the most powerful new moon of the year. We get one new moon a year and one full moon a year in our chart, in our astrology. And so this is the Libra new moon on October 4th. And the sun and the moon are conjunct at 12 degrees Libra, being opposed by Uranus, being squared by Pluto, and squared by Jupiter. So that's 4 squares and 2 oppositions. So this is a very powerful and intense new moon. It's very important that you are not giving your power away to other people, that you are not putting other people's opinions before your own, that you are not putting other people's agendas before your own, that you're not allowing the thoughts, the actions, the behaviors of others to overpower you, dominate you, control you in some way, because you are the new moon. And Libra represents justice, balance, fairness. She is the blinded justice woman holding the scales. And this is what the world needs now, is justice, fairness, balance, peace, love. Venus is love. And Venus wants to make love, not war. And the boys of war are beating their drums because they want to use Pluto and Uranus to, bomb Syria and the Middle East so that they can have their gas lines and their oil lines and their profits at the expense of men, women, and children and the environment. And so this is a really important time for humanity to stand up and speak truth to power and ask for justice and fairness and balance in our governments and in our resources and in our relationships. So for you personally, this is about you taking your power back from other people. And whether that's a husband or a wife or a family or a boss or whoever, it really doesn't matter, because the universe is saying, Libra, stand for yourself in a manner that is both definite and appropriate. Now, that doesn't mean you have to go be a tyrant like some of these others, Pluto types. It's more about drawing a line and saying, this is what I stand for, this is what works for me, and you're either getting on the love train with me or you're not. But I'm staying on the love train. I'm Libra. I'm staying on the love train, and I'm going down the love train track. And if you want to get on the love train with me, great. If you don't, hasta la vista, baby. And that's all that's being asked of you, because isn't it, I meditate on this. I try to understand, okay, so why is it all coming together in Libra? Well, look at the insane world we live in. We have these dictators, we have these American corporate profiteers, war profiteers, beating the drums of war. Of course it comes down to Libra, because everything is relationship. Everything is relationship. We're not controlling anything. We're in relationship with our astrology. We're in relationship with each other. We're in relationship with the environment. We're in relationship with our governments. Everything is relationship. Libra. So the universe is asking for you to stand for yourself and stand up for what is rightfully yours. Speak your truth to power. Speak your truth in relationships. Ask for what you need. And we all are doing this. There are many, many people here now that are going out and they're going to be protesting the war in Syria, the wars in the Middle East, because we are putrid with war. We are sick of it. We want peace. We want justice. We want Libra. And so this new moon, one of the reasons it's so intense is because we are building to the Pluto-Uranus square, which goes exact on November 1st. It's the last Pluto-Uranus square of 2014. It's the fourth in a series of 7 that will continue through 2015. And this started in the 60s when Pluto and Uranus conjunct. That's when we were out in the streets then, protesting the Vietnam War. Well, I was a little kid, but I was there, but I was very little. Okay, I'm not that old, just because I sing songs from the 60s and the 70s. I'm not that old. Okay, I'm old, but I'm not that old. Okay, but anyway, Pluto and Uranus conjunct in the 60s, and now they're squaring. And so we planted the seeds of peace and love in the 60s. And now Pluto and Uranus squaring are going, hey, we cannot continue with all these wars. This is ridiculous. We're destroying the planet, Gaia, okay? It's the return of the goddess, Venus, your ruling planet. It's all about the goddess energy. Now, we're not moving to some matriarchal society. Oh, gosh, no. We're moving to balance, where we're balanced in our male and female energies. That's where we're moving to. And that's all about Libra, because Libra is ruled by Venus, and Venus has returned. The goddess transited the sun last summer, 2012, and that's what this is about. It's about the return of balanced energy in all of us. And so we're building towards the powerful Pluto-Uranus square on November 1st, and this new moon is rocking it. And it needs to happen because we have to wake up the people and wake up the world to take this power back from these warmongers and these puppet politicians that kowtow to the American corporations. And, you know, and it's all coming down in Libra. And so for you personally, it is about you standing up for yourself and saying, wait a minute, what's fair here? What is justice? What is balance? That's what Libra stands for, and I think that's why it's all coming down in Libra, because it's so important that we bring justice to this planet. We bring fairness to this planet. We bring balance to our relationships. So this is a really intense time. It's a powerful time. And for you, it is about you loving yourself more than the need for relationships. I can't believe I'm saying this to Libra. But it's true. You need to love yourself more than the need of the other people to understand you or approve of you, and you know, and own it. Be your own power. Stand up for yourself. Take your power back from family and relationships and those that are not honoring you and your gifts and what you bring to all of us. If they are not honoring you, they don't deserve you, and just know that. And you know, Pluto and Uranus want you to cut it away, you know. And you know, see, the challenge too is Jupiter's in here making Pluto and Uranus even more bad, because Pluto rules Darth Vader, the Darth Vader. Uranus is the big bad wolf. And when Jupiter aspects them, it just makes those who behave badly behave even worse. And so your job is to not get involved with negative relationship or negative dynamics. Your job is to love yourself more and ask yourself, what is fair, what is balanced, what is just in this situation, in this marriage, in this business partnership, in this family membership, in my work, in my life, in my friendships, wherever this is showing up for you. Your job is just to evaluate what's working for me, what's not working for me. If it's working for you, awesome. It'll get bigger and better. If it's not working for you, Pluto's going to break it down so that you break through and say, you know what? What the universe was just all trying to show me is whatever I do, it needs to be for my highest good and for the highest good of all. When you do what's for your highest good, it will be for the highest good of all. But when you're not doing what's right for you, it's not right for others either. So major life change is upon you, Libra, and you are to get in the driver's seat. It's your new moon. It's happening in your first house. You are to get in the driver's seat, take the power back, and steer that ship. Steer the car. You know, be in the driver's seat. Be the captain of your ship. And, okay, so this powerful energy is continuing into November, and even at the Libra new moon, your ruling planet Venus is squaring Mars. So Mars is in Leo, squaring Venus in Scorpio. And so you really, some of you may be having these intense attraction with other people, because Venus and Mars, when they square, it does create intense sexual attraction. So, that's another theme going on here for you, is your attractions, who you're attracted to. And, I do want to say that every aspect has a higher manifestation and a lower manifestation. Squares aren't always bad, trines aren't always good. So, for you, it really is about you going after what you want, owning your power, and really not allowing other people to drive your car, steer your ship. It really is about you being in a leadership role. If you're doing that, you're going to find that things are going your way. And yeah, they may be rocky at times, but that's okay. Bumpy. But if you're seeking out what is fair, just, and balanced in yourself and in your life, then you are going to be empowered, and you are going to be navigating these energies beautifully. Then your ruling planet, Venus, enters Sagittarius on October 7th. And this actually is a very positive energy for you, because Sagittarius harmonizes with you. So this will empower your communication skills, it will empower your thinking, it will empower your attitudes, it will empower your ability to use social media to get the message out. So having Venus move into Sagittarius, and Sagittarius harmonizes with you, it sextiles you, will lift you up. So after we get past the new moon, just even a few days here, you'll begin to start realizing, okay, you know what? I'm going to change how I work with these folks. I'm going to change how I communicate to others. I'm going to draw my boundaries, and I'm going to raise my standards. And if I'm not feeling the love, I'm not going there. If I'm feeling the love, I'll go there, right? That can be your, new moon motto, is I go where the love is, and if the love ain't there for me, hasta la vista. And then Mars moves into Virgo on October 15th, and that's working behind the scenes for you. So that may pull you into, I'm going to spend some time doing my own thing. I'm going to spend some time recharging my batteries. I'm going to spend some time meditating. Being in nature, being out in nature is very good for you. Nature heals you. Being in nature, away from the drama, is very empowering for you. Then you have the Aries lunar eclipse on October 18th, and this is in the area of relationships for you. Now, I like this lunar eclipse, this Aries lunar eclipse on the 18th. Pluto and Uranus are nowhere near it. Jupiter is T-squaring it, but that's not negative. And Jupiter is in your career sector. Jupiter is up there working for you over the next couple of years. You not only have Jupiter, all of 2013 to 2014, but even when it goes into Leo, it's going to increase your income, because Leo rules your earning sector from the business you own or the corporation you work for. So even when Jupiter goes on into Leo in 2014, that's a big hit in the money belt for you. So Jupiter is working for you, and even at this lunar eclipse, it's working for you, because Jupiter makes everything feel good. Even a square with Jupiter feels good. So there'll be a lot of positive energy around this Aries lunar eclipse. Now for you, you may be ending some relationships, because eclipses are the most powerful transit we can experience. And the next eclipse will be in Scorpio on November 3rd. And you just may find that you've gone as far as you can in this relationship, and that it's not lining up with your values, and that, okay, so you're in this relationship, and, you love being in a relationship, you love partnering with other people, and that's great. But again, what are you receiving out of it? Are you, getting your needs met here? And if you're not, the eclipse is going to eclipse it. And this is a good thing, Because when we release relationships that aren't working, guess what happens? We create the space for better relationships to come in. And so that's what the universe is doing with you in October and November. And this is the beginning, because in 2014 and 2015, we're going to start having the eclipses in Libra and Aries. They're going to move from Scorpio and Taurus into Libra and Aries, and this is really good because they'll come out of your money sector and they'll move into your relationship sector, which is easier financially, you know, and that will increase your finances, having the eclipses out of that area. So for those of you that haven't been in a relationship, this could be the start of a relationship. Remember, the eclipses end what's going on. So if you're not in one, they can bring a relationship. If you are in one, it can transform the relationship. Now, that doesn't mean everyone's going to end their relationship. Those that need to get, move on will. But those of you that are happy with your partnerships, this can take the relationship to a new level. So be aware of that. Now, I will go into your year ahead in December when I do the 2014 astrology forecast year ahead for Libra. I do want to bring to your attention that your planet, Venus, is going to retrograde at the end of the year. Venus will retrograde in Capricorn from December 21st on solstice through January 31st, 2014. So for you, this has to do, for some of you, of where you're living, how you're living in the property you're living in, really reevaluating your family relationships. And that's what retrogrades do for us. It's a time to go back and review. It's a time to reflect. We can't always be pushing ahead or running ahead, even though some of us like to, be action-orientated. Let's go, especially that Aries lunar eclipse. Woohoo! There is an opportunity for us to reflect and look back at things and re-strategize things. And for you, that's going to be really important, because when your ruling planet retrogrades, and she only retrogrades every year and a half, so it's not very common when she retrogrades, Venus. So having Venus retrograde from December 21st through the 31st of January 2014, you may find at the end of this year you're really stepping back from some things. You really need to rethink things, reevaluate your resources and what you're getting out of these given situations. And also, what's going to be really interesting is Mars is going to retrograde in Libra March 1st through May 20th of 2014. That's going to give you a lot of energy, a lot of drive. You're going to have Mars in your sign for 8 months. That is like incredible. And that is going to be going on from March 1st through, I'll have to look at it, but I think it may even be like late August. Mars is, so because Mars goes into Libra, it's in Virgo now, and it's going to go into Libra, and then it's going to retrograde March 1st through the 20th. So yeah, you're going to have it in Libra like the first 8 months of 2014. It's going to give you a lot of drive, a lot of power, a lot of energy. And you watch, man, if you're not telling people what you really think now, boy, you will be in 2014. People will be like, I thought you were a Libra. You act more like an Aries. And that's because Mars will be in your sign for 8 months. So I really think that this message is, the universe is saying, we need Libras front and center. We need Libras leading this call of Aquarius. We need Libras out front, speaking the message to the masses about justice and balance and fairness. We need fairness in all of our systems, and we need justice to return. And so I think 2014 is a game changer for Libras, but for all of us, because you guys are out front leading the way. Now, Mercury is going to retrograde October 21st through November 10th. And you can read all about Mercury retrograde at my homepage, Kelley Rosano, on the left-hand column, How to Navigate Mercury Retrograde. I go into it in a big, big way. because there's do's and don'ts with Mercury retrograde. But I kind of like this retrograde because the Libra new moon is really powerful, and we're building towards the Pluto-Uranus square on November 1st, and then we have the second eclipse, last eclipse of the year, on November 3rd. So we're in this like crazy town. And one of the things that Pluto and Uranus is doing is stirring up the masses, stirring up the energy. And, you know, there's so much being thrown at us, and the government is lying, and the media is lying, and we don't know who to believe, and we don't know what's truth, and there's so much drama happening, and this person's saying this, and this CNN is saying this, and we don't know who to believe. Well, with Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, which is truth, we're going to be able to step back and peel the layers. We'll be able to step back and look at the situation and go, okay, what's really going on? Because Scorpio is the CIA of astrology. Scorpio is the detective. Let's get to the heart of the matter. Let's get to the truth here of what's really going on. How can I make a decision if I don't know the truth? How can I make a choice if I don't know what's really going on? I don't really know what you're saying to me is even true, right? And that's what's happening to all of us. And so isn't it interesting that we have the last Mercury retrograde of 2013 in Scorpio? Let's get to the bottom of things. And so hang loose in October. You don't have to make any major decisions unless you want to. I know it's the call of Libra, make a decision. But when you have a grand square on you, you're being pulled in so many directions. How are you supposed to know what to make a decision about? Now, if you are in, you know, a toxic relationship, yeah, the universe is going to either move you out of there or remove the person. But most of you are not. And so it has more to do with owning your power and speaking your truth, and not allowing other people's opinions or thoughts or actions to determine your reality. You are the master of your destiny. You are the captain of your ship, and you are in charge of where you want that ship to go. And you're on the love train, and you're driving that love train down your track. And so Mercury, you don't want to make any major decisions during this period. I would say wait till the middle of November before you make any major decisions. You know, buy a new car, move, sign a contract, take a new job, get married. You know, yeah, I mean, there's times where we have to buy things. Like if your computer blows up, I've had my computer blow up, you have to buy a new computer. That you got to do. You know, you can't wait, or you got to see the dentist, or, you know, whatever's going on, you know, you got to take care of business. But if you can wait, you'll find that you have a lot more insight, a lot more clarity after the dust settles, after these eclipses and the Pluto-Uranus square, in the middle of November on. Before Venus retrogrades on December 21st is your window to make major decisions. Now, Mercury will conjunct Saturn on the 29th. And I really like that because that's going to help you narrow your focus. And for you, it's happening in your money sector, your resources. So this is going to give you the power and the insight to decide, okay, I want to put my money here, and I don't want to invest my money over here. Now, resources aren't just money. Resources are your time. And for some of us, that's even worth more than money. And so resources are your time, your energy, your talent, your skill, your ability. And so Saturn and Mercury and the North Node conjunct here in this area for you is all about you focusing your resources, and it's going to empower you to do that. This Mercury-Saturn conjunction is going to empower you to focus your resources in the best possible way because it's ROI, return on investment. And that's what you're looking at, okay? With the Scorpio energy, especially in November, you'll be looking at, okay, what's my return on investment here? And then we end October with the moon in Libra, but it will not be as intense as the new moon because the sun won't be there. So isn't this interesting? Okay, you know, I think it's a universal message for all of us, especially Libra, because you're leading the way here with this new moon. And it is about fairness, it's about balance, it's about justice in our relationships, in our governments, in our social systems, in all of our systems, with the environment, and in our banking, you name it, education, healthcare, whatever it is, we need to bring justice and balance and fairness and integrity into it. And that's what Libra stands for. That's what you are. So this is a very powerful time for you. You may find some of you are clearing out things that no longer serve you, relationships, living locations, projects, jobs, whatever it is. When you let it go, you're saying to the universe, I want better. And the universe says, oh, she wants better. Here it is. And you're opening the place, you're creating the space for positive, creative change to come into your life. And that's what's really important here. So stay fluid in October. Stay fluid until Mercury goes direct. Even give it a couple days, so like November 13th onward, you can take action. Focus on what truly matters to you. With the Mercury and the Saturn in that area, you really are doing some heavy thinking about, well, what truly matters to me? What's important for me? What do I want in my marriage? What do I want in my relationships? What do I want in my work? Jupiter is still there working for you, increasing your destiny in the world, your unique accomplishments in the world, your career legacy in the world, and that's going to continue for the next 2 years. So Jupiter is working for you, empowering you to advance in your career, advance in your work, which also brings an increase in income, because the more we can work, the more we can earn. So, stay fluid with changing situations, changing conditions, changing circumstances. Your power is in your flexibility, in your adaptability to change. You be the change agent in your life. It's better if you're the change agent rather than having the universe force change on you, okay? So if you know you need to change a situation or leave a relationship or change a relationship, it's better if you do it. It's still hard to change, but it's better if you do it rather than have the universe do it, because then it's always harder when they do it on us. Look at what's working for you. Whatever's working for you is going to continue to grow and blossom and become better. Whatever's breaking down or not working for you, that's where you know you need to cut your losses and move on. Be open to the new opportunities emerging in your life. Be open to creative change that is pushing you towards greater self-expression and freedom and empowerment, because that's really what this is about for you. This chart for you is all about your empowerment, owning your power, speaking your truth, drawing boundaries with others that are not supporting you, not allowing other people to be more important than you. Don't worry about what other people think. They only give us 17 seconds of their attention anyway, and then it's back on them. So why give them so much power when they're really not considering what's best for you? Only you know what's best for you. Only you know what is right for you. Only you know what you really, truly want. And this new moon is going to help you really focus on that. What is it that I really want? What is it that I want in my relationships? What is fair, just, and balanced for me and my relationships? Happy birthday, Libra. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, favoring, and sharing my podcast. You're so awesome. Thank you for subscribing. You totally rock. And until next time, all you people, can't you see how your love's affecting our reality? Every time we're down, you can make it right, and that makes you larger than life. Yeah, and that makes you larger than life.